Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of home recording, or whatever I called it, demystifying home recording. Today I'm going to talk about regions in Reaper. So what I have in front of me is kind of a song I threw together. And the first thing I'm going to do, I've got a bunch of parts. I got drum parts, guitar parts, and I just kind of threw some stuff together. So what I'm going to do is just to help me out here, I'm going to select everything, and then I'm going to hit Shift Control, then I'm going to group that. Now what that does is that takes out any of the cuts and any of the audio. So if I was to punch in or whatever, that's all gone. So I can grab this and move it all around as just one piece. All right. So it sounds something like this. All right, then it's got some changes and different parts, and I don't really know how what I like about it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to listen to this first part. I got my intro, which is just a little drum fill. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my first cut right after that drum fill. So now the song that won't be here, so it'll be. It just starts right there with that riff. Then I'm going to figure out where I want to stop that riff out. So let's listen to it. All right, so it stops right here. So what I will do is I'll select all and hit S for split audio. let me see here. I don't think I hit select all. I didn't. So I didn't select this audio here. So I got to do that too. All right. So now what I can do is I can take my selection marker and I can just select that like that. Then I will go click right up here in my time bar, and it says create region from selection. So I'll do that. Now that created a region. See that gray bar right there? Now I'll click on this and I can edit that region. So I will name it like whatever, part 1. I don't like to use chorus and verse and stuff like that right now because I don't know what the chorus and verse and bridge, or I don't know what any of that's going to be. And then I will hit set color, and it brings up a color palette. Now what I do is I just go in order of whatever is here. So that's the first color is kind of a orangey reddish. I'll just hit that. And I can also, so now I named it. I was going to say, so now it says region 1, part 1. So there I have one region. Now let's create another region. It's the same riff, but I put I double timed the snare drum. So now it starts off right here. Right here it changes. So I will select all, hit split. I will take my selection tool and I will highlight that. I will go right up here, right click, go down to create region from selection and hit that. Now that created another region. I will now go up here to region 2. I will hit edit region and I'm going to name it part 2 double time. So I kind of know what it is. Then I'll go to set color. And I'll just go to yellow, which is the next color over in the color palette. I'll hit OK. Then I'll hit OK. So now it says part 1, part 2, double time. So I have 2 regions. Now I will see what happens here. All right. Then I repeated that. So I'll hit all, select. Take my selection tool, go right here, and then I will go right up here to my timeline, right click, create region. Also, you can use Shift R is the hotkey. And then I will go to edit region. I'm going to name this part 3. I'll just put E. So it's I switched keys. And then I'll go to region manager, or I'll go to set color. Sorry, go to set color and I'll hit this third one over. It's my third region. Then I'll hit OK. Now it's green. I hit OK. Then I noticed right here that I put, for the second region, I put part whatever double time. So I didn't do that right. So I'll go back to edit region. And I'm going to put part 1 double time, just because I just noticed that I did there. So I got part 1, then I got part 1 double time. And oh, I made this part 3. It should be part 1 double time. I'll name this part 2. No, that's part 3. I should name this part 1. Part 1. Now that'll work. All right, so there I got my 3 parts. I'm going to listen to this next one, which I think it's just a repeat of what we just did. So let's see here. It's shorter. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to listen to this. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to select all, split that, and I'm just going to delete this because see, I've already run into some repeated material that's just kind of dangling out there, and that's fine. That's why I'm doing this. So now I have another part here. That's my intro again. So that is actually this part. So, all repeated stuff. So so far I think I can just delete all this. I'm just going to keep listening. There's a new part. So I couldn't remember. All right, so that's right here. So I'm going to go select all, split. I'm just going to delete all of this because it's repeated material. So now I have this little part. All right, so there's a new part. So I'll select all, split, time selection, Shift R. That created my region. See, that instantly did that, which is nice. And then I'll go to edit region. You got to click right on it if you're off it. Edit region. I'll call this part 4. And I'm going to say like short. And I know in my mind when I created that, I thought it would be a nice bridge or maybe just a part before a solo or something. So that'll help remind me of that. And then I'll keep going. Let's see. And this is a new part too, I think, right here. So we have another new part right here. So that ends right here, I think. Better make sure you get these right or you'll be in a world of hurt. So I'm going to double check where this is doing that. Right there. So I will go select all, split. Then I'll use my selection tool. I will select that. And I will hit Shift R to create a region. I will click on my region, right click, region edit. I'm going to name this part 5. Let's see, what can I do to remember this? I'm going to call it E long. Whatever it takes for you to remember it, it just doesn't matter. Oops, I forgot to do the color, so I'll go back here, edit region, set color, part 5. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is going to be magenta. Oops, actually, I forgot to color this one here. So, I can actually go to my so I can actually go to my manager here, and I can do colors right here too. So that would have been my fourth part. That'll be green. Okay, there. So little shortcut there. You do have a region manager. So like if you go to edit region, you can go to your region manager and it shows you all your different regions. Look, I got two that are green. So I'll go here, 1, 2, 3, set color. 1, 2, they're both green. They're just a little off green, so that's fine. And then I got blue. All right, so what do I got next? All right, now what this part was in my head, this is kind of a different ending for this part. Keep in mind that when I write, I improvise a lot, so I'll just start, playing chords to whatever. Shift R. I'm going to edit this, call it part 6. Edit region, part 6. I know this is really redundant and monotonous. Stay with me because this is going to get fun in a minute. Then I'm just going to put tag, which means that I wanted to use it kind of as an ending to the previous part. So I'll go set color. I'll go right next to blue, which gives me this kind of magenta, whatever, color. Okay, now I got another part. What else I got here? Repeats. So what I want to do to create a region for this is just get the first half of it, not the whole thing. So I'm going to listen to this part again, figure out where it stops. Right there. Control A, select all, S for split, time selection, Shift R. Edit region right here, right click. This is going to be part 7. I'm just going to call this note riff because this is like the only place in the song where I think I did a little note riff thing like that. Most of it was just chords. I'll set my color right here. Okay, there's my color, and there's that. All right, so then it repeats that. So what I think I'll do is I'll go here. Here's where it comes to. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's where it comes out. By the way, when I zoom in and zoom out, I hit the arrow key. So if I arrow up and down, it zooms in and out, which is fabulous. Use it all the time. So, but it centers your cursor. So if your cursor is like way over here and you start doing that, it's going to zoom in and out. It's going to center where your cursor is. So that's why, like, if I'm here and my cursor is like over here, and I hit that, it's going to go like this. See, it centered it. There's my cursor right there in the center. So whatever I want to zoom in on, I'll put my playhead right there, and then I'll start to do that. And then I know exactly where I'm at. Then it repeats that part. Then it goes into another part. Oh, this is an alt riff too. I forgot. So I'm going to go all select. Then I'm just going to delete this because it's repeated material. Then I'm going to listen to this here and see what to do with this. That's a little launch pad riff to the solo. And it ends right here. So then I will selection tool, Shift R, edit region. I think this is part 8. Wow, I got 8 parts in here already. Had no idea. But some of them are just repeated. Part 8. I'm going to call it riff, note riff. note riff too, since I forgot I had another note riff in there. Now here's the solo. I know I kind of intended this to be my solo section. And what I usually do is I try to write a new part for the solos. I hardly ever solo over the verse or the chorus. I do sometimes, especially the choruses. I'll solo over choruses at the end. But I like to wait until my singer has written a vocal line so I kind of can match it or play with it. Oops, I forgot to name this. Edit region, go to color. I forgot to color it. Set color, red. Boom. Booyah. Okay, so that's set. Now I got this. So. I'll just mute the lead so I can focus on the rhythm. So I'll select, go like this again, Shift R for my region, edit region, name it part 9. Part 9. I will name this solo because I'm pretty sure I want that to be my solo rhythm. Set color, we're going to be here. Got another yellow, green. With another yellow, it's fine. Okay. Okay, so part 9, solo. Know what I got here? They got repeated stuff. I'm pretty sure it's just repeated stuff after here, so alright, so basically I can delete now. I can delete all of this. So because I was kind of editing earlier without regions, just kind of messing around. So now when I pull back and look at this, there's my song. I got part 1, part 2, part 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I got all these different parts. But what's cool about this is now I can just drag these regions around and rearrange them. So you'll see here, like, so part 1 is just this. Then it repeats it with the double time snare, which I think I like. I'm going to keep those two parts together. But now, so part 2 goes into part 3. What's that sound like? Okay, but let's say I wanted to try part 4, part 6, tag part 7, whatever part I want to try. Let's try part 4. It's just a short part. So I can just bring it over here and put it down right there. And I can hear how that sounds real quick. It's just real easy. So I got the first part with the double time. Then it's, instead of going into part 3, which it went down to E, now it's going to go just up a whole step to B. I like that. So now I'll take part 3E and just put that right next to it. See how it sounds coming out of it. It's all about how your pieces are going to connect, you know, and how you like the way they connect. Yeah, I think that sounds great. Now, what's this part? I even forgot what this sounds. Oh, I know what this is. So this is something, when I played it, I was kind of thinking it would be a nice lift to the song. So here basically what I have is the part 1 and part 1 double is basically whatever, we call it a verse. Part 4 is just a little bridge, and then part 3 would be a chorus. So if I wanted to, I could highlight these. Now this is a little different. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hit Control, and then I'm just going to click and drag this over. Now those are not regions at this point. What I did was I just duplicated that. So now it's going to... goes back into the first part. Not sure I like that, but it don't matter. I'll just Control Z to get me back. But I would like to hear how my note part, my first note part, sounds coming out of this. I kind of want to hear what that sounds like. So, and there I just moved that region over. About this, I'm looking at this. I am 40 seconds into this song, and it's already made major changes that all sound pretty natural. Part 9 solo. So what I'm going to do is mess around with these parts and figure out what order I want them in. But I just wanted to show you how to work a little bit with regions in Reaper, because the way I write, I'll get a drum beat and just paint it on the track for like 2 or 3 minutes. And then I'll just play, you know, play a little riff, play a little riff, play a little riff. And most of it is not really going to be usable. But I will find little places where I do find usable music. And if you watch my video, Songwriting in the Modern Age, I talk about how I write and how you can write. And it's really easy to do at home. Any level player, any skill level, any style of music, the method is the same under the hood. So anyway, I could sit here and play all day. I won't bore you. I think you get the picture. This was a fun little episode to do of how to use regions in Reaper to arrange song parts. Everybody have a great day.